we're gonna do a tour.
Yes, tour time. There's our first replanting of our tomatoes.
Before, after.
That's why we're doing this diary, to see what it would look like in a few weeks.
Yeah.
We're new at this, so hopefully we'll have some successes, but I'm sure there'll be plenty of failures.
Plenty. Let's go look at the seed. Tomato bed, Tiny Tims, Tiny Toms, and Black Russians. And we have some rockets in here. We have all our seedlings. So we have lots of tomatoes. We have Romas, Tiny Toms, we have Ox Hearts.
Very small, yep.
And just saying, these were all grown by seed. Some radish here. We've got coriander. We've got a cucumber. Don't know what type of tomatoes these are because they were replanted here. This one here, pink Tayag.
So we repotted all of these into the bigger pots because the seedlings in here looked a bit sad.
Yeah, they looked a bit yellow and it didn't look very healthy.
So we're not sure if we're overwatering them or if it's too hot or something else. So we figured a bigger pot would mean that the temperature wouldn't affect it so much, and we're also putting it inside the shed for the heat of the day. Roma fell on the ground.
No.
No!
Sweet 100s.
Here's our basil. Meant to be spinach, but they look like tomatoes.
Yeah.
Maybe we had a fail on spinach. Having a bit of trouble with our
lemongrass.
It just dies. Could be the heat, I'm not sure.
Some mint here, which isn't doing very well.
Well, it's just a cutting that's been put into some soil.
We have a coffee tree here that we got today. We had one of these before, but our dog dug it up and it disappeared, so.
I think he ate the whole thing.
Yeah.
Look a bit dry. I wasn't too pleased with that potting mix.
We've got cabbage sugarloaf and we've got pak choy, and these were planted yesterday. We've got a bean here, or a pea, or something.
It's a bean.
We've got some sweet corn here.
All right, it's not the seeds for sweet corn. Okay, let's go and show you some other cool stuff from our garden.
Yeah.
So we've shown you our seedlings.
Yeah.
Let's go down to some wild tomatoes.
Yeah.
Oh, Bella's run in front, and so you've got some wild self-sown tomatoes.
Yeah. And they're under the shade of the tree, so they're growing well. We've got a bunch of tomatoes that are about to ripe up, and we've got two more collections here and a flower and some flowers up on top.
Very nice. So these self-sowed in the middle of our summer, which is normally too hot for tomatoes.
And we also have got like 5 tomatoes of these. We have this one which is flowering, and we have a few little tomatoes that are not yet ready to ripen up, but we've got a bunch here, a bunch here, a bunch here, a bunch up here, flowers here.
Yeah.
And we've got a few suckers of these, and we've been trying to clone them, but it's not really working that well.
I just trod on one. There's a few wild ones. See, there's one there, and another one over there, and another one which was stringed up.
Yeah.
Another one over there. They're all over the place, so it's great.
Yeah, there's a big one here, a big one here, and they're growing everywhere.
That's why you throw your old tomatoes into the bush and they'll self-sow.
Hopefully.
If that counts as self-sowing. Don't know. Okay, so you've seen our self-sowed tomatoes. Now it's time to see some more self-sowed tomatoes in our other garden.
We have a big bushy Roma plant. It might be Roma VF or maybe a pink Tayag. But we've got a few tomatoes up here, and there's some bigger ones ripening up. Well, about ready to ripen up.
Yep, they get nice and red, these ones. So not bad for a plant we didn't know existed.
Yep.
Here's our one raised garden bed. And what's in this one, Bella?
Some capsicum, which isn't doing very well, but we've got like 2 capsicums off the bigger one here. We've got sweet potato.
And some spring onions and
No surprise, it's being
ginger and some strawberries. Now, one of the problems with this bed is the wind comes racing up the hill, and it's extremely windy here, so our capsicums get getting the tops blown off them.
And when
You can see the tops are missing.
When we made this garden bed, we put like lots of twigs and wood under it, and it's all sunk down, and now it's like half the height it was.
Do still have a little secret tomato just in here. Ta-da!
Ta-da!
Bella will be happy. Bella's a tomato girl. All right.
Yeah.
Shall we show them the outlet self-sowed in the compost?
This one's one of our this is our healthy tomato plant we have, and it's self-sowed in the compost. It's got lots of fruit ripening. It's got lots of fruit, and very happy.
So this compost bin was full of horse manure one season ago. Haven't taken any out, so it's all just shrunk down, which is hard to believe. What we've done is we've put in a potato just to see what would happen, and also a melon or a zucchini, something like that. We'll see. And let's continue.
This is what our soil is like. So we've got beans along here. They're not very healthy because it's the wrong time of year to grow them, but we're trying anyways. And back here we have some peas. There's a little baby toad. These peas are looking healthy, but they're not really growing much.
I wonder if that's the soil.
Yeah, and as you can see, there's big rocks.
It's just clay and rock. And it did have sugarcane mulch on it last year, but it didn't seem to improve it too much.
It did have worms, but not that many.
Yeah, it had some. Here we have our brand new garden beds.
3 of them.
And 3 more to be done.
Yes. In this garden bed we have zucchini.
That's our zucchini.
They're looking happy.
They've grown a bit since we put them in actually, which is great.
This is about the size we put them in at.
Yeah. And then in the gaps, we've got some basil,
Yep. The big clump.
more basil. We've got some other seeds which I've dumped in because they're looking sad in our seed pods. So we just planted them anyway because they were dying in the seed pods, and I thought, why not just give them a chance in the good soil.
Here we've got some steaks. Here we've got our peas, and they're not really growing either, but they look healthy.
Yeah. Yep. A whole lot of random seeds.
A whole lot of random seeds that I have no clue what they are.
Over here are direct sown lettuce and carrots. So there's 2 lots of carrots there, and then the 2 ones up the top, away from the camera, those 2 rows, they're lettuce. The ground underneath there is actually really hard. It's the clay hard stuff, so I put the lettuce in the shallow and the carrots in the deep.
Here we've moved it to this garden bed, and it's doing well, and I think it should grow up nice and healthy.
Yeah, well it's self-sowed in clay and grass, just like this.
Yeah, and it looks super healthy.
And look at that. So we've thought, give it a nice life in a good garden. All right, thank you for watching our first tour of our garden. Hopefully it will get better and we'll all learn together.
Yeah.
So,
and this garden bed, one of these garden beds behind us will be all tomatoes.
let's see about that. Okay, so behind us,
There's 3 garden beds that have not been filled up. Subscribe!